And we're ready now. We're back. What a wrap-up show right now. First of all, we want to thank Kevin for allowing all of us to be here. Thank you so much.
Yes.
This was an amazing time. Everybody that I've talked to has had such a wonderful time here. Thank you for opening the doors and opening the gates like you always do, Kevin.
You're welcome, but it would have been better with a Philly window, you know what I mean?
Well, we talked about it at halftime, and Coach and I got in Andy Reid's ear. We got our halftime adjustments that we wanted, and your speech to the team just wasn't quite as good, Kevin. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, let me tell you this. There was a bad call at the end of the game that affected the outcome.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll take that up with Mr. Goodell in the league office on Monday, but Mahomes will have 2 rings no matter what. Coach Jackson, just like we talked about, and now I'll say this, we kind of talked about it. I'm open for a staff position with Grambling. I did call the difference maker of the game. If I said that the bull, Kadarius Toney would be the difference maker, and he was. And I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but I kind of am. But anyway, I am proud for the Kansas City Chiefs. For sure, everything we talked about, it happened that way, just what needed to happen. They needed more possessions in the second half. It happened that way. What did you see? Because I got to watch you on the couch over there, and the way you were moving with every play in the second half. What did you see?
Well, let me first give you your credit. We got to give you your flowers because you said it at halftime exactly what they needed to do, and that's what Kansas City did. They came back out as a football team, scored on the first drive, played good defense, got a turnover, scored again, and you look up and they win this game at the end. I think you got to give Patrick Mahomes a ton of credit. You know, for a guy that was injured, and in the game everybody was concerned about him getting up after one time, and boy, he just played tremendous. When you have a quarterback like him, you're in every game. We said that from the beginning. He leads them down there. They kick a field goal, win the game. That's what quarterbacks do.
That is what they do, and it took him to another level. This guy was at a pretty premier level, and in my eyes, that took him to another. But I'm going to say this. I'm pretty much one of the best sports handicappers there is in the world. And so I can say this with, uncertainty, that 73% of Americans bet on Philadelphia, and America is the worst sports gamblers in the world. And so when 73% put their money on them, I said, I'm going Red Kingdom, Kansas City to the win. Write it on a rock and throw it through the pay window. That's right there.
Well, let me say this. I think tonight there's a true passing of the baton. Tom Brady is now retired.
Yeah.
I think everybody has to honestly look and say that Patrick Mahomes is the standard now at quarterback in the National Football League. I think he's proved that hands down today. I mean, MVP, Super Bowl champion, and this is the other thing. That is the first time an MVP has winning to the Super Bowl and won the game.
Wow, what a stat of the day right there. But you are exactly right, and somebody that I respect you more than anybody else in the National Football League and in any coaching arena because of what you know, and to hear that come from you, what high praise for Patrick Mahomes. And I hope somebody out there has subscribed to this channel and is watching that to see that kind of credit that you just gave him, because that's huge. What do you think, Kevin?
No, I think it's great. The other thing I think is great, too, is it actually was a very good football game.
It was, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the props that I send out, they go to his Oklahoma guy, Jalen Hurts. That guy managed the game about as well as you could manage it. And I love what Philly does offensively. You know who they are. You know what they're going to do, and you still have trouble stopping it.
No, you do. And again, Jalen Hurts is on the cusp of becoming a really great player as well. Yeah. But the other thing is to see 2 minority men playing
Absolutely.
in the Super Bowl, and one winning the game is disappointing. One had to lose.
Sure.
That's the way football games go. But there's 2 of the finer quarterbacks in the National Football League that played tonight.
Yep.
What are you telling your team Monday morning and tonight? If you're in the winning locker room and the losing locker room, what are you saying to your guys?
In the winning locker room, we're going to celebrate. We ain't going to worry about tomorrow.
Right.
We're going to celebrate tonight and enjoy it and make sure that some people don't really celebrate wins, right? These guys
Yeah.
are such alphas at what they do.
Yeah.
They have to learn how to celebrate. But the other locker room, trust me, they got to gear up for another run. You know, it's keeping that team together, doing everything you can to improve it, and be in that game again next year.
Right. Yeah. I love that. Kevin, any final thoughts here on the season and as we wrap up tonight?
No, just glad to have you do the show here. This is fantastic. Obviously, just want to give Coach Jackson and the Grambling State family here a round of applause for coming out and enjoying what we have to offer. We can't wait to support them next year. Coach
That's
has
right.
got a tremendous group of young men for next year, and we're excited about what's going to happen, man.
He has a large job ahead of him, too, on everything, all the dynamics that he has to have there at Grambling. And I'm going to step up right now, and I'm going to help support the Grambling State University Tigers coach. You have my backing
Thank you.
there.
Thank you so much. And I, again, can't thank Kevin enough, and you. I mean, obviously, Kevin's been such a gracious host to our staff and the people who are involved. I want to thank all the Grambling people who came out tonight as well.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for being here, and we're looking forward to our season. We start against Hampton in New York, New Jersey, and we're looking forward to it.
It's going to be good. Like we always say, we run on a rock tonight. We threw it through the pay window, but what we ask you to do is strive for perfection and settle for excellence right here on Parlay for Perfection. This is the wrap-up show.
All right.
Thank you all so much.
Got it, bro.
Thank you,
Thank
brother.
you.
Love you.
I love you, bro. You know that.
Oh, yeah.